I want to talk with you about the importance of how your mind works when you are up-leveling your business. So let me know if you're here, if you're watching live, or if you're watching me on a replay, #replay. So the topic of today is pretty much understanding where your results come from and how to create absolutely amazing results in your business so that you can raise your fees, so that you can attract high-ticket clients, so that you can book your programs, so that you feel incredibly aligned and strong and confident and present and alive in your business, and that your creative energy is flowing and money is flowing into your business as well. Those two things have to come together, right? When you are creating your business, you are not just here to work hard and make things happen from the standpoint of generate income. Of course you want to do that, but you also want to feel good about the very thing you're doing. Because if you don't feel good about it, you're not going to end up with the experience that you're looking for in your business. And without that, there is nothing sustainable about your actions. See, sustainability in a business is essential. If the business is not sustainable, which means you cannot be doing something over and over with good energy about it, but instead you're forcing yourself, or you're struggling, or you're kind of like making it happen because you think you should, none of those things are sustainable. And without sustainability, businesses don't work. So this is one thing that I really want to impart on you, that if you want to have your business grow, if you want to raise your fees, if you want to see high-ticket clients and attract them with ease and have a great time in your business must be sustainable. It cannot be kind of winging it, trying whatever strategy comes, or forcing yourself into stuff that somebody told you and then you're somehow doing it. It doesn't quite work like that. It actually has to be coming from the internal place of alignment. So alignment is the thing that we want to really look at, because this is the piece that is about who are you in your business. If your business is not aligned to your unique identity, to your unique way of doing things, you will not be able to do those things sustainably. You'd be doing them kind of half-assed or with a lot of pressure and feeling really tired by the end of the day, really exhausted from all these activities. So let me know if this is something you are experiencing right now. Like maybe you are posting a lot and you're showing up everywhere and you're wondering, why is it not working? Why are you not pulling in the type of client that you want? Maybe you don't actually know who you want to be talking to. And so you're kind of like talking to everybody because you think that this is the way to somehow that the universe will just send you the right people. Maybe you are at the place where you're already seeing your paying clients and you're glad that you have them and you are getting paid, but you know that you're giving way more than what you're actually getting paid for. So there is a discrepancy there between how much you're putting in and how much universe is returning to you. See, everything goes in a balanced way in the universe. It's a very efficient place. So you come in here with some gift, something you meant to do. If you're a spiritual coach or a healer, or maybe you're a personal transformation expert or a holistic expert, there's something you meant to do. You know it. It's in your heart. It's in your being. You're here to deliver this gift to the world. You know you meant for bigger things than probably the things you're doing. That's a clue that there is a discrepancy, because if you can see like, okay, here is where I want to be and here is where I am, and now I'm going to figure out how to get here. Well, as long as you're figuring it out, you're not actually here. To be here, you have to be here. That's the energetics of business. Quantum energetics, wealth energetics, this is what I teach. So for the ones of you who don't know me, I am Eugenia Oganova, and I'm a business strategist and messaging energetics coach. I work with wealth energetics, and I help my clients get to the sustainable flow of those 10K months in their businesses, to up-level their pricing, to up-level their offers, to up-level themselves to the premium level. so they can save themselves years of forcing themselves into these pressurized structures that don't work, that somebody told them they should do and they struggle in doing, and instead only do what aligns to their unique soul design. Each one of us comes here with a unique design. This design is, you can call it a soul contract, you can call it a soul mission, you can call it whatever you want. Astrological chart, I mean, there's many ways of how you can label that. But it is something that is in your being, preset, pre-recorded, that this is what you meant to do and this is how you meant to do it. When we go off the blueprint that we're meant to be into whatever somebody else tells us to be, we end up struggling. We start hurting. And this is where this thing begins of, oh, I'm striving to get there. I need to get there and I don't know how to get there. But there is somewhere where I'm not. There is a distance. And that distance is actually energetically a discrepancy between your current state, which is disharmonious and struggling and maybe frantic, grasping and so on, and the next level state of you in the quantum world that is balanced, that has the type of experience you're looking for, including inflow of amazing clients, including high-level programs that are filled, including you being at the level that you envision yourself to be when you are serving at the highest level possible. So this is something that you can train yourself to do, to create ease. See, one of the biggest misconceptions out there is that somehow business strategy or marketing strategy, this is the thing that's gonna fix your business. Now, I am a business strategist, so I'm not gonna tell you just sit here, meditate, and somehow magic will happen in your business and right clients will come and somehow it all will happen. No, you got to do the work. You got to show up, you got to do the steps of whatever system or structure or sequence that you got in your business. Of course, every business must have a strategy. But there is a big difference of thinking that that's the thing that's going to get you there. I mean, how many people do you know that worked really, really hard and are really amazing experts and they're still not there, whatever there is for them? And then there's some people who didn't seem to work that hard. They came in and they just kind of, did one thing right or two things right or three things right, and they right where they wanted to be. So it has nothing to do with working harder. It has nothing to do with doing more. It has actually to do with the correct action that is soul aligned, that is based on the identity of who you're being in your life, in your business. So when we understand how to utilize this supernatural, the non-physical reality to our advantage in the business skyrockets. Results are amazing. Some of my clients are generating multiple six figures just by adjusting this. If you already at the level where you have, 5-figure months and you want to get to 6-figure months, totally doable, but it's not just going to be a better strategy. A lot of times it's actually simplifying, so the strategy definitely needs to be upgraded to a premium level strategy, but then with that comes this quantum energetics component. So in my world, we call it expanding the wealth container. So your wealth container, that's energetically kind of like a cup into which you pour whatever the universe gives you. So if your cup is too small because of your issues, because of your fears, because of conditioning, because of imprinting that somebody told you you're not good enough and you believe them, because of all the doubts, because all of the who am I to do this or to dream that big or to dare to be that, all those things shrink your cup. And if your cup is small, no matter how hard you work, no matter how amazing your business strategy or marketing strategy is, it's still not going to create the experience you're looking for and bring in the wealth that requires a larger cup. So this is why it is so essential to really shift your way of looking at things from the place of I have to work harder, I have to find the right strategy, and then it will all work, to I need to clarify who am I and what do I actually want. See, most of us don't ask that question. I ask that of all my clients. This is kind of like where we begin. But that's the foundational piece. Like, why do you want what you want? A lot of times we don't think of that. We just know what we don't want, right? You know for sure, like write in the comments what you don't want. You don't want to struggle with this anymore. You don't want to not have, I don't know, clients, or you don't want this, or you don't want that. Like you might know what you don't want with a lot of clarity. But then when we look at what we want, it just becomes the opposite of what we don't want. Like, oh, here I have struggle, so I want to like not struggle. Or here I have a client I don't like, well, here I want to have the client I like. But that's not really a true desire. That's not your soul mission. That's not what you're meant to do. That's more like conditioning and programming, and you figuring out something based on, what you don't like, and then how you like correcting that within your consciousness. What we really want is to look at why do we want the big thing, and what is the big thing? Maybe you're not actually dreaming big enough. Maybe your vision is meant to be much bigger than what you're letting yourself think you're capable of. Because see, in the quantum field, everything is possible. 100% possible, 100% of the time. So it's up to us what we choose to claim for our business. It's up to us what we choose to claim for what kind of a client we work with. It's up to us what we choose to receive as payment for our level of work. It's literally up to us as far as what do we allow in. So yes, the business strategy matters a lot, because if you don't have some sort of a strategy, you're never going to get there, because winging it is not sustainable. And we just talked about sustainability earlier. But once you have the strategy, you still want to know why you're doing it, what's the bigger picture, so that you can utilize the quantum field to help you shortcut the reality here, right? To collapse the timeline so that you don't have to go step 1, step 2, step 20, step 40, step 95, but instead you can go step 1, step 95. You can collapse the timeline by understanding what you actually want. What is your soul mission? What is your true soul expertise? Who are the people who contracted on a soul level to be your clients? Who you need to speak to, and how, which words you need to use to clearly articulate the value of your work so that they are compelled to come to you and want to work with you. And expanding your own capacity to hold wealth so that you can experience wealth within yourself, within your body, within your emotions, within your thoughts. We always wonder like, oh, how do I get more money? But then if your thoughts are always about worry and stress, that's a scarcity thought, which means on the inside you got scarcity. And you can never create abundance out of scarcity. To create abundance, we actually have to be in abundance. One of the best ways to get into abundance is actually energy of gratitude. When you allow yourself to feel grateful for what is, even if what is very small of what you want and maybe a lot of what you don't want. But if you train yourself to look for those amazing, beautiful things that are matching what you want, you can utilize those things to amplify that energy of abundance within you. And the more you can do that, the more you're utilizing the quantum field correctly. This is what I teach my clients how to do. We figure out their business strategy, their positioning in the marketplace, who they need to speak to, what is their actual expertise, what is the messaging, like what are the words that they need to use to really connect to their ideal clients. But then we apply all of that through the energy of abundance so that we are using the quantum field to create the shortcut, to create the up level, to create that whole next level of you. Because you know in your being if this is in the cards for you. We all do. This is how it resonates within the being, within each person. When you know like you're meant for something bigger, you're meant to change the world, you're meant to impact consciousness on this planet, you're meant to really transform the world by bringing this idea into the world. Not everybody's like this. This is like 1% of 1%. So I work with pretty unique people, spiritual coaches and healers and personal transformation experts and holistic experts that are spiritually mature people. They are that 1% of conscious people on earth. And if you're one of those people, you know You might have layers of whatever conditioning on top of it because of whatever you tend to believe due to fears and whatever happened in your life. But underneath all of that, there is a knowing. If you know that you're one of those people, then it is actually your duty to step up and be that person. That means be premium, be that human being that is aligned to your soul mission and that is vibrating at the higher frequency. So there is no more surviving, there is no more scarcity, there is no more suffering and pressure and forcing. Those kinds of energies are lower energies. And some people kind of park themselves there, like they revel in that. But if you are at the place where like, okay, I know I'm meant to do bigger things and change this world, and I know I'm holding myself to the highest standard, that means you are working on maintaining that higher alignment most of the time. There are business strategies, marketing strategies, messaging strategies, positioning strategies, visibility strategies that I teach that all go with, are you aligned to your unique soul mission? Because see, there's so many proven business strategies out there, and many of them do work. That's why they are proven, they're good. But that does not mean that the proven business strategy is going to work for you. Each one of us is wired differently. We have a different soul design. We have different contract, different mission. Especially if you're meant to be the leader on earth, if you're meant to be the leader of consciousness to somehow impact this world and help humanity progress to the next level of awakening, well, that means you came in with pretty unique system. And that unique system also implies that typical kind of, cookie cutter strategies that exist out there, they're not going to work for you. They're going to feel too masculine, too tight, too rigid, too warrior-like maybe when you're more aligned with peace and tranquility. So that's not to say that they don't work. They just might not work for you. And part of my superpower is that I unite the business strategy with that nonlinear quantum creation for your business. That way we find what works for you specifically. It is very much essential to do a lot of internal assessing of yourself to know what will work for you and what will not. Because when we go with something that the should is on the background, like, oh, I should do this, somebody told me this will work, so I should do that. As soon as we do that, we need to question ourselves. Is this really aligned and I'm just having some resistance because it's new? Or is this not actually aligned and I'm forcing myself to do it because I'm giving away my authority? See, your business can only up level to that higher level where you're charging higher fees, when you're seeing the most amazing clients, when you're at 6 figures and multiple 6 figures and 7 figures, when you are in your own authority. If you're not a sovereign being of your own authority because you're giving it away because somebody has the answer, because somebody is going to fix it for you, that's never going to get you there. So one of the things that I always joke about with my clients is that I help them be more them. Like, I don't tell them do this, do that. Let me rescue you from feeling uncomfortable. It's like discomfort sometimes is actually a very good thing because it's going to show you what's not aligned. It's going to show you where there is a discrepancy and what needs to be changed. So working with my clients over 20 years now, I have created many systems and ways and methods of how to apply this nonlinear quantum onto linear material world. So we marry them together. This is how you become fully financially resourced for doing your soul work, for doing what you're meant to be doing here on earth. Those two don't have to be separate. And you don't have to not be yourself or not do your soul work in order to get paid. You literally can get paid and get paid well for your soul work. But to do that, you need to be of the frequency level of that next level you that is getting paid. And I know it sounds like I'm saying the same thing, but I'm not. Because right here you are with the vision of where you want to be, but you're not there yet. And right here you are with the vision of the next level, but you are already here. You already got the experience. So what we're looking for is to connect the two. That's what collapses the timeline. This is what I teach my clients how to do. So all these amazing and clever business strategies and marketing strategies that we design, we create them in a unique, fine-tuned way for each person. So then you get to feel good because you're wearing this outfit that's tailor-made for you, even though it's a proven business strategy. But now you don't feel like you have to force yourself into it. Instead, it just kind of feels like natural. Like, yeah, that's what I do. That's how I do it. But you are utilizing your unique superpower. Whatever that thing is for you that you meant to do, you didn't come here with just this idea. You came here with some tools, something that you kind of like packed with yourself when you incarnated. Those are your superpowers. Those are your abilities. Those are the things that you are proficient at. Not something you have learned, not something you've gone to school for, but something that is pre-installed in you. And we wake that up to apply that onto your business so that whatever you are doing in your business, it's utilizing your natural superpowers. So then you feel well resourced and supported in what you're doing in your business. It's not separate anymore. It actually feels awesome. So if you know in your being, if you know in the heart of hearts of your being that you are that person who meant to change the world, who meant to go to that next level, you're ready for the next level of the paying client, to start charging high ticket, to really up level yourself and kind of challenge yourself to step up to that level. And you're already getting great results with your paying clients now, but you just don't know how to get from here to there. You're just realizing that, okay, I'm kind of winging it. I don't really have a business strategy. Or maybe you're realizing that you need to change your niche a little bit or fine tune it, that the clients you've been seeing, they might be awesome, but you kind of outgrown them. And you're not really sure how to get to the next level and what to do with the clients you have, then we should talk. This is literally what I do for my clients. So if you're at the place where you're not charging high ticket yet, maybe you're still doing sessions, when you're charging dollars per hour kind of a work, or maybe you have a package that's a small kind of level package. Anything that's under 10,000, it's actually not high ticket. So 5,000 is usually seen as a stepping stone. So $5,000 offer, it's kind of a beginning of really going towards charging high ticket prices. So high ticket is something that within your being, you're meant to do. It's not something that your ego says like, oh, I want to get paid more. Because when you do that, it's out of integrity. It's important that whatever work you're doing is actually up-leveled to the high ticket. It's packaged as high ticket. So again, if you're finding yourself that like, okay, your work is great. Your clients are practically writing you love notes about how awesome you are. And you know how much impact you're making. And yet you understand you're not getting paid well for it. You're overdoing, you're overgiving. You know you need to up-level your pricing, raise your fees, but also probably repackage your offer so that it is premium and then you feel in integrity, but you just don't know how to do that. Again, reach out to me. This is what I do with my clients. Literally. We look at what you have, we look at what's aligned and what's not. And then we clear out the things that are not aligned. We upgrade the things that are so that you have your offer, but at the next level. Now you don't feel like you just put a 0 on your offer and somehow terrified to sell it. You actually feel like, hey, this is literally what I am. Like, I feel great doing this. This is no problem because I fully own it, because I embody this. That's what we want. But to get there, there's some work required that's partially business strategy, partially your own self-alignment in the quantum sense to your soul mission. So if this is something you're missing, definitely reach out to me. Put a heart emoji underneath this video and we will connect, and I'll set up a call so that I can look at your current situation. I can see where you're telling me you want to get to. We can see how that's linked to your soul mission, like if this is what you're meant to do. And then what is missing? Like, what's the discrepancy? What do you need to change? We'll look for the plan of how to get you from here to there. So then you know exactly what to do. And if we are aligned, I will introduce you to my work. So then we can see how I can help in your specific situation if we decide to work together. So if you know you're aligned to charging 5 to 15,000 for your offers, if you know you meant to change the world and your mission is bigger, if you know that you are really ready for support of someone who can really see you, who can really help you be more you, then I'm that kind of a person, because I'm clairvoyant from birth. So that makes me really not typical business coach, because even though I'm a business strategist and marketing strategist and all of that, so I do help with the business structures, but I am clairvoyant, I am multidimensional, I am connected to seeing timelines and possibilities and your soul contract and mission and expertise and so on. So putting all of that together helps you then to really step into your business in a sustainable way. So if you're looking for a coach that is actually able to see you, to see where you're going, to help you see the blind spots, not by just her expertise, which I have 20 years of it, but also by literally watching your field. This is what happens a lot in my calls with my clients. I would literally say, okay, tell me what you're thinking or what you're feeling, and then I watch their field, and then I tell them, okay, what I'm seeing is this, and it always hits the spot, and it bypasses all this junk and detours and hour-long conversations into like 30 seconds of really hitting the spot, so then we can move on and get you to that next level. So if that's what you've been missing, somebody who can look into your life and business from that angle, and who's got, 20 plus years of actually business strategy and knows how to do that, then reach out to me, because I know that you are that person to go to that level of the planetary change, planetary transformation. And if you're just keeping yourself small, if you're thinking, well, one day I will get there, when is the one day? One day is now. This is your time. Look at what's going on the planet, right? Humanity needs us right now. We are the ones we were waiting for. There's nobody else coming. We are the ones who meant to change the world. So if you know in your being that that's you, then you and I need to be talking so that I can help you bring your business into the world in a internet, in a sort of online world, so that you're not limited to maybe something smaller, that you're not just randomly posting and hoping that somehow it will work, but that you have a strategy and a system that is soul aligned to your mission, and you get to live your soul work now, because this is your time. Okay? So, put a heart emoji underneath, or you can DM me, and hopefully we'll connect soon, and then I'll help you with your business and soul alignment to get to that place that you so know that you're meant to be in. Okay?